How's it going, everybody? So Sierra and I have upgraded our solar power system tenfold. EcoFlow came out with a power kit and we've had it running for about 3 or 4 days now. I'm gonna take you inside and show you it. It's pretty revolutionary and it's been life-changing for us. So I'll go inside and show you guys what it looks like. So this is what the system looks like, and I'll go into further detail with it, but the first thing that's gonna stand out to you probably is the cost. These are pricey, these aren't cheap. But with solar equipment, you do get what you pay for. I've found that out. And if you're in a situation like me where you're living in an off-grid cabin, or you bought raw land, you built a little cabin or a little house, the thing you got to factor in is, what would it be to get grid power brought into your property? Have a power company trench in wires, hook it up to the meter, have a certified electrician do your wiring for you. You're not looking at too much of a price difference if you factor that in. The benefit with this, though, is that you're never going to have a monthly bill, right? You're not going to have a monthly electric bill. So you're kind of your independent power plant. Plus, you're not tied to the grid like everybody else. So if there is a storm or something that happens, you're not going to lose power because, like I said, you're kind of your own independent power plant. So that's definitely an advantage. Another huge advantage with these power kits is that you can install them by yourself, regardless of what your experience is. It probably took me an hour and a half, 2 hours maybe, to install everything. It's very simple, and it comes with everything that you need. I mean, this is kind of how everything mounts. I'm just going to take this off right now, but yeah, you just screw your brackets on, and then everything just kind of snaps on. And then as far as the wiring goes, it's a plug-and-play system. So, I mean, anybody can plug in a cord end, and everything's labeled for you. It's very straightforward. Anybody can do it. So this is the power hub, and on the power hub, you can charge it several different ways. You can actually charge this with your alternator if you have this in an RV or a van. So I'll show you guys the solar panels in a minute, but they're just standard MC4 connectors, but all you do, it just plugs in just like that. Everybody can handle that. Same thing with the batteries. I have 2 batteries, and we'll get into the batteries in a minute, but they simply just plug into your battery and then plug into the power hub, same way that this does. They're all labeled, so you can't mess it up. Even the cords are labeled. These cords are heavy duty. It even has braided covering for extra protection for the wires. This right here is your AC in. So this is you can charge this off of a standard 120 volt outlet or a generator. We are off grid here, so we do not have grid power. So the nice thing is if we're not getting a whole lot of sun, we can charge this from our generator. And all we have is a 2,000 watt generator, and it charges this just fine. And I have had this system going for about 2 or 3 days now. And I wanted to use it for a while before I made this video. That way I could give it an honest review. And so far, we've been really impressed with it. And this power hub does have AC output and DC output. Currently, we don't have any DC appliances or anything. Now that we have the option, we may get some and go that route. So you do have AC and DC with this. So these are what the batteries look like. I have 2 of them. These are lithium iron phosphate, which is great. They do well in cold weather. So as you can see, these batteries are stackable, which is really nice. That way, it's not too bulky and you're not taking up a lot of space. So you can get these in a pretty tight area. And these do come with all kinds of mounting hardware. So if you're going to put this in an RV or a camper, a van, whatever, they do give you all kinds of brackets where you can mount these securely to your wall. Because the last thing you want is any of this stuff tipping over and getting wrecked. So it comes with good heavy-duty hardware to mount these. So if you are on the road and it's bouncy, you don't have to worry about them going anywhere. And each battery has its own individual digital screen, so you can see what they're reading. So we're at 69% right now. And these are fused as well, so you don't have to worry about overloading them. And again, to hook these up, it's as simple as plugging this cord in. These cords come with it, and then you plug it up into your power hub. So this is the AC and DC smart distribution panel, and this thing's sweet. It's aesthetically pleasing, if I say so myself. But this comes off. Now, we don't have any DC appliances, like I said, but you can see that they're all fused. And what's nice is when these are on, here, I'll flip them on right now, just so we can see. I don't know if you guys saw that or not, but they each have an indicator light. So when one of your fuses trip, rather than having to, pull them all out and figure out which one tripped, the one that, whichever one the light is off on, that's the one that tripped. So there's no troubleshooting. I like that a lot. And you do have up to 12 DC circuits you can run on this. These are the AC circuits. So the way that our cabin's wired up, it's wired up just like a house would be. Right now we have 4 circuits running this entire cabin. We have a chest freezer, a fridge, we have TVs, you would never know that our place was run off of this system. It looks like it's connected to grid power because we have everything that, you know, anybody in a regular house would have. But you do have up to 6 circuit options here for AC, and we're only using 4. And they're all on their own breaker, as you can see, which is really nice. And then as far as hooking these up, I'll take this cover off and show you what it looks like inside so you can kind of see the guts. So this is what it looks like inside. It's very straightforward and easy to hook up. You can see to connect your wires, you just have these little pressure quick connects. I don't know what they're actually called, but I love them. You just strip your wire, stick it in, and that's it. So you don't have to worry about wrapping a wire around a screw or any of that, or putting or crimping a terminal onto it. It's just, like I said, just strip your wire, put it in your slot, and you're good to go. So very user-friendly on the hookup. These are our 4 circuits coming in. So we have our bathroom on one, we have our kitchen on one, the fridge is on its own, and then our living room and bedroom is on one because we don't have a whole lot of stuff going on that. And yeah, like I said, they're all individually protected. They each have their own breaker. So we could add 2 more circuits to this, which is nice. And yeah, they give you plenty of room in here to make your connections. And you have these indicator lights as well. So this is showing that AC is coming in here. I have the DC turned off. I'll turn it back on. So there you can see everything illuminated. So you can kind of always know what's going on, which is nice. Okay, so this is the console, and I love this thing. It's touchscreen, and you can just monitor everything, see what's going on. Right now, you know, you can see what your input is. This is just solar right now. It's really cloudy today, and I have the panels just leaning up against the cabin. They're not even mounted. I just have them basically just sitting outside. They're in a terrible place. I do have 4 of them, so we have 400 watts available right now, and we're still bringing in 42 watts. So what this is showing is that right now our fridge just kicked on, so that's what that 89 watts is. And right now it's showing that with our batteries at 65% charge, it will run our fridge continuously for 3 days, 16 hours. Your fridge does not run continuously. Once it gets to the temperature, it shuts off. So this will run a fridge a real long time. We have our chest freezer plugged in as well right now, but that's not on. It'll kick on when it needs to, you know, periodically. So this will run a house, this system will run a house or a cabin for a really good long time. So again, you know, it shows you everything that you need to know. Yeah, you can monitor everything. These are my 2 batteries I have hooked up here, and it's fun to use. It's touchscreen, and it looks cool. So I'm a big fan of it. So this is the EcoFlow app, which I've shown on a few other videos. The app is awesome, and you can control everything right from your phone. So right now it's actually showing, when you get the app and you connect your system to your app, it'll ask whether you're using it in an RV or a cabin or what. I picked the off-grid cabin option, so you can see that it's actually showing the panels charging the unit right now. So it's showing my input right now, what my output is, because the fridge is still running. We're at 80 watts. One thing I already had to do is we only have a 2,000 watt generator, and the input, the factory settings are 15 amps, I believe, but you can customize that. So at that 15 amps, it would start to trip our generator when it really got going. So I was able to come in here, go to my AC input current, and I just dropped it down to 14 amps, and now it doesn't trip our generator. So you can customize, you know, all your charging options. Which like I said, we already had to do, but the app's just awesome. You know, you can control everything right from it, so you don't even have to come back into your mechanical room. You can monitor everything, see what's going on, you know, what your battery life is, our available time that we have left, you know, our PV input, everything. It's pretty windy today, so I apologize for that, but these are the EcoFlow panels, and like I said, I have 4 of these. They're 100 watts each. One thing worth mentioning is that you can use third-party panels, so they don't have to be EcoFlow panels. We actually have 4 other panels right here from Renogy, so we'll actually be able to use those on this system as well. And the owner's manual shows you how to do all of that. So the panels are easy to hook up. It's just your standard MC4 connectors, which most solar panels have. If yours don't have that, EcoFlow has all kinds of instructions on how to connect these if you need to. And I will mount these. I need to build a nice mount for all of our solar panels. That way they perform a lot better. Like I said, you know, they're just leaning up against the cabin in a shady spot actually, and we were still bringing in 60 watts. But yeah, we'll clean this up a little bit, but this is that cord coming in that plugged into the power hub. It's just got MC4 connectors on the one end, and then just that quick connect plug and play cord end on the other. It just snaps right into your power hub. It's as easy as it gets. So as I was saying, if you're somebody that doesn't know anything about electricity or solar power systems or wires and sizing wires and all of that, that's the beauty of this power kit, is that you don't have to worry about any of that because they supply you with all the wires that you need. The instructions are very well detailed. You can't mess this up. Anybody can hook this up. And again, you don't have to mess around with, you know, all kinds of wires and sizing wires. It's pretty cut and dry, pretty straightforward system. So regardless of what your electrical experience is, you can hook this up, I promise. So hopefully this video helps those of you that are looking to design a solar power system for your off-grid cabins, your vans, your RVs, whatever. When I was designing our original system, I didn't know anything about solar power. I found it to be really confusing. Seems like there's a lot of conflicting information out there about wire sizes, and you know, if you're going to design your own system, it can be really overwhelming. So this power kit is a really good option. Your wires are all sized for you. It comes with everything you need, and it's really easy to hook up. So you do have a little bit of an upfront cost. Solar, you know, batteries in general are not cheap. They're not cheap to make. Solar panels, solar equipment, it's expensive. And like I said, you just get what you pay for. So you do have an upfront cost, but the advantages of going this route is that you're never gonna have a monthly electric bill. So once you know, pony up that upfront money, you're never gonna have a monthly payment like you would if you had grid power. And plus, like I said, you're kind of your own independent power plant. So you can't lose power, you're in control of everything. So it's a good way to go. So right now, EcoFlow is doing a sale until August 5th. So you save quite a bit of money if you purchase this right now. I will have a link in the description and a promo code for you to use. It'll direct you to the EcoFlow website, and then you can take it from there. And like I said, you will save a lot of money if you order these before August 5th. I hope this video helps people. As always, I appreciate you watching, and I will see you guys on the next video.